If I were starting an AI consulting business from zero today, I would skip everything I wasted 12 months doing. No cold emails, no chatbot demos, no competing with thousands of freelancers building the same exact thing. Because here is a side of this model nobody online ever talks about. After following generic AI business model advice online, I nearly shut down my entire company in early 2025. I was burned out, constantly arguing with my business partner and making no real money. Then we changed one thing. We stopped selling AI tools and starting selling transformation. Today, Monk AI Group has generated over $600,000 across more than 50 projects. In this video, I'm going to show you the 5 exact steps that took us from nearly quitting to 50k months. But the first step is the most important, and it's the opposite of what everyone else is teaching. Now, here is the mistake everyone makes when they start AI consulting. They try to sell chatbots, automations, or workflow tools. They position themselves as the guy who can build you stuff. The problem? That's a commodity. You are competing on price with thousands of people who can build the same thing. There is no differentiation and you become interchangeable. I know this because we did this for 12 months. We called ourselves the AI chatbot guys. I sent 200 cold emails in 1 week, got 3 replies and all said not interested. We had no clear offer, no proven process and no idea what actually moves the needle. Then luckily we landed a custom development project, and to be honest it felt like a breakthrough. Client wanted a complex AI system and we started building. However, we immediately hit walls. The data was scattered everywhere, workflows were broken, teams couldn't agree on what they actually needed. We realized we're trying to plug AI into a business that isn't ready for AI. So we did something that felt risky at the time. We stopped the entire project and offered to run a free AI audit instead. That audit turned into a 20k development project and one of our longest client relationships. That's when it all clicked. The audit isn't only a lead magnet, it is the product. One of our largest audits was for IBS Insurance, one of Turkey's largest brokerages. They paid us $10,000 to spend 45 days embedded with their teams across 10 departments. Here is what we found. The same client data was typed into 2 different systems every single time. Policy documents lived in email attachments. When I asked 3 people for the same data, I got 3 different answers. It's like asking 3 people in your house what time it is, and they all look at different clocks showing different times. Nobody knows which one is right. They obviously didn't need a chatbot, they needed to fix their foundations first. That's when our framework clicked. We call it the 3 layers. Layer 1 is systems. Where does information live? How does it move? Is there one source of truth or 5 versions that conflict? At IBS, we found conflicting data everywhere. You can't build AI on top of that. It's like building a race car for a track full of potholes. The speed isn't the problem, but the road is. Layer 2 is the team. How do people actually work day to day? Where are the workarounds they are using? At IBS, employees were typing codes into 3 different systems because nothing synced. These aren't lazy people. They're like hikers who found the official trail washed out, so they carved their own path through the woods. And finally, layer 3, AI. This is where everyone wants to start. But AI only works when layer 1 and 2 are clean. AI is gasoline. Pour it on a good fire and you get massive efficiency. Pour it on a bad fire and you just burn money faster. When you really understand the sequence, you stop being a chatbot vendor and start being a strategic partner. You're not selling tools, you're diagnosing their business and showing them exactly where AI creates real impact. If I were starting today, I would spend the first month mastering this framework until I could run an AI audit in my sleep. But knowing the framework means nothing if you can't prove you can actually deliver it. Most people get stuck here. They think I can charge for audits until I have case studies. But I can't get case studies until someone pays me. Here is the solution for you. Do the first 2 for free. Reach out to your network, friends, former colleagues, family connections, and offer to run a free AI audit in exchange for two things: their honest feedback and permission to use the results as a case study. The goal is to earn the right to charge premium prices. One free AI audit gives you a documented process you can repeat, actual findings you can refer to, a testimonial from a real client, and the confidence that you can actually do this. Now, here is what people miss. Your early proof doesn't need to be impressive. It just needs to be real. A case study that says I helped a 10-person logistics company identify 3 high-impact AI opportunities and created a 20-day roadmap is worth more than saying I'm an AI consultant. Being specific builds trust. And one more thing, you don't need to build the AI yourself. This is the biggest misconception. People think you need to code, you need to be technical, you need to be training models. Wrong. You need to know how to diagnose problems and design solutions. The building can be outsourced to freelancers, to agencies, or to tools like Lovable or Cloud Code. Your value is in thinking, not typing. Do 2 free audits, document everything, get testimonials. Then you're ready for step 3. You have got the framework, you have got the proof. Now it's time to get paid. If I were starting from zero with no audience and no reputation, here's exactly what I would do. Start with your warm network. Most people skip this because it feels awkward. They would rather send cold DMs to strangers than tell people who already know them that they have started a business. That's backwards. Your warm network, friends, former colleagues, family is your fastest path. Not because they will all hire you, but because they know people who might. On screen, you can see the exact message I would send. Notice what I'm not doing. I'm not asking them to hire me. I'm asking for introductions. That's a much easier yes. At the same time, start posting on LinkedIn. Not generic top 5 AI tools posts. Real insights from real work. Post what you are learning, what you are seeing, the problems you are solving. The combination creates momentum. Your network sees you're serious, referrals start happening, and inbound leads start coming in. One of our coaching clients, Rinor from Switzerland, had a web development background but no AI experience. Within 2 weeks of working with us, he landed his first AI audit client. He went on to generate $45,000 in revenue. About 80% of his clients came through LinkedIn and networking. 2 weeks to first client, $45,000 in revenue. The playbook works, but you have to actually run it. Now you have got the clients, but here is where most people plateau. Once you have got clients and proof, the next step is visibility. The fastest way to build visibility is to become what I call a practitioner educator. Here is the difference. Gurus teach theory. They repackage blog posts and sell courses about things they don't actually do. Practitioner educators do the work and share what they're learning. People don't pay $10,000 to work with someone who reads articles. They pay to work with someone who has clearly done this before. So share your process, not just results. Walk people through how you ran the audit, what frameworks you used, what surprised you, what you would do differently next time. And prioritize video. When someone watches you explain your thinking on camera, they feel like they know you. That's trust you can get from a LinkedIn post. And most importantly, don't wait until you feel ready. The people one step behind you, that's your audience. But here is the trap most people fall into. They think content alone will save them. It won't. So you need step 5. This last step separates people who build sustainable businesses from those who stay stuck in cycles. Never stop prospecting, even when you're busy. Here is what happens to most consultants. They land a few clients, get busy with delivery, stop all marketing and outreach, finish the projects, and suddenly have zero pipeline. So they scramble to find new clients, eventually land some, get busy again, and stop prospecting. It's like filling the bathtub with the drain open. You are always running to keep up. The fix is simple in theory, but hard in practice. So have a dedicated time for prospecting every single week, no matter how busy you are. For me, that's daily LinkedIn engagement, commenting on posts, sending connection requests to people in my ideal client profile, starting genuine conversations, not just, hey, I help businesses with AI, want to book a call. That certainly doesn't work. But real conversations, asking questions, understanding what someone's working on, building relationships before you mention what you do. And here is the second part, learn consultative selling. Most people hate sales because they think it's pitching and persuading. But that's the wrong frame. Consultative selling is about diagnosing. You are trying to understand if you can actually help this person, and if so, how. Think about it like a doctor. A good doctor doesn't walk into the room and immediately prescribe medication. They ask questions, they run tests, they understand the problem before they recommend a solution. And that's consultative selling. When you do it well, you never feel pushy. You're just helping someone figure out if working together makes sense. The combination of consistent prospecting and consultative sales turns a freelance practice into a real business. You always have conversations happening. You always have a pipeline that's building. And when you do close a client, it's because they genuinely need what you offer, not because you pressured them. This is what took us from nearly shutting down to $600,000 in revenue and helping over 50 people start their own AI consulting practices. The model works, but only if you work it. If you want to build a consulting business just like I did, we at Monk have helped everyday people build their own businesses with no prior experience in the space, helping them hit $10,000 to $20,000 in their first 90 days using this exact model. Click the top link in the description to have a chat so we can show you how we can help you do the same. Remember this, most AI consultants fail because they sell tools. You succeed by selling transformation.